Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to TTMS special episode 110. Woo! Hope you guys are doing good. Another Wednesday, guys, and we're gonna be talking that talk. You know what's up, talking that shit. You know, ponies out there wilding, broken, confused, trying to find out the hidden message that PlayStation isn't going multi-plat. We're gonna talk about it, guys. What's good, homies? It's been a busy week, man, to be honest. The ponies are down bad. And Doggy Dog 420, I love it too. I love it when they cry like $2 hoes. Who doesn't like that shit? Who doesn't like ponies? Who doesn't like seeing ponies cry on Twitter, podcasts? I love that shit. Absolutely love it. I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. Seeing these bitches cry, especially on them street corners. I love that shit. So hope you guys are doing good. Let me give a 1 second. There we are. Let me give a shout out to some of the homies in the chat before we get into it. We got LKP in the chat. What's going on, homies? Adidas 20, what's good, G? We got Why So Serious as well. Bash Video Editor, what's good, G? Grizzly, Sean Riffalot, Sir Riffalot. Def Leopard, what's going on? Crispy Rambo. We got Web Dave. What's going on, Web Dave? What's up? What's going on, player? Six Layers in the chat. Def Leopard, E-Ranks, Dr. Xbox. What's up, player? Doggy Dog 420, Ultelka's in the chat as well. We got Amit Kumar as well. What's going on, G? Grey Fox, what's going on, homie? Hope you well. Isaac Hayes. Maurice Branch, what's going on, playboy? We have Silver Fox as well. We have Alidan, what's going on, homie? Alien Cheeks, what's good, G? Black Star, what's going on, homie? Hope you well. Dirt is so near, Book Day. What's going on, killer? Lord Wizard is in the chat as well. We got Sal Dog. We have Big B Money. That Ninja is in the chat as well. Watching ponies cry is pure entertainment. It's pure cinema. And I love that shit. We have Brian B in the chat as well. What else do we have? Suicide Kings, Gummy. What's going on, homie? The homie Peelump as well. What's going on, G? Hope you well. We got James K in the chat as well. Talk that shit. Of course, we'll always try to talk that shit. Absolutely cinema. IMAX enhance. Whenever, listen to me, if I had the opportunity and Christopher Nolan was my director and he went, no, listen to me, if I had a chance to get Christopher Nolan to direct these ponies crying and shoot that shit in IMAX, get that shit shot in IMAX, I would pay money for that shit. Imagine watching ponies cry in IMAX 70mm. That's some pure shit. Pure shit. Full scale. That's pure cinema. And I love to see that shit. I would pay for that shit. I would pay for that shit. Get Chris Nolan on that shit. Come on, Chris, let's go. Let's shoot these ponies in IMAX and watch that shit in 70mm. Woo! And then we get DC guy to be the moon. Imagine that shit. DC guy playing the moon. And the rest of the ponies crying in the stables. Man, oh man, oh man. Bobby Singh, what's good, G? That would be some real shit. And I'm down for that shit. But anyway, guys, you know, as time goes on, the last couple of weeks has been awesome for us Xbox homies. Absolutely perfect. To see some of the breakdowns from some of the ponies out there. To see some of the ponies kind of realizing like what's up and trying to keep it real. And to see some ponies saying, you know what? That doesn't mean they're going multi-platform. It means something else. They ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna put more games in more places. You guys are taking this shit out of context. We're gonna talk about that as well. Spartan661, what's good, playboy? We got Treybone in the chat as well. What's up? Hope you're good. And that's what I want to see. Do you know what? I'll start with that. Where's my pen? I'll start with these nasty ass ponies. Let's start with that shit. Ponies crying like hoes. Hit that like button and let's go for it. Let's go for the player. Maurice Branch. Watching a pony on pony crime is pure cinema too. The stables are packed with copium, Sean. You're 100%. Now, let's talk about someone trying to be like, yo. Let me see if this is the right one. You got this dude named Sega Channel. What's going on? Be nice. What's up? This dude named Sega Channel. Let's see what he wants to do on Twitter, what he wants to talk about.
So I think these comments in that job ad are really easily mappable onto their existing console strategy. I don't think it suggests anything in particular that's new in terms of that kind of second story, in terms of the story about the SVP at Sony, his comments. I think it's really important to actually read what he's saying, because he's an SVP for Sony, not Sony Interactive. The question that he was being asked was not about their games business. It was about Bandai Namco and Sony's anime offerings, including like Demon Slayer and other properties. And the specific phrasing of what he's saying is really about Sony's hardware business, i.e. their TV divisions, their cameras, versus their content business, which is what, in his terms, their community-based engagement businesses. The quote, across a 200-word odd response, he only mentions gaming once, right? So he's not really talking about gaming. He's talking about that contrast between their hardware-centric businesses to their more community-based engagement businesses, which involve the gaming platform in particular here. So I don't think that's necessarily about any shift in their hardware strategy, any shift in their software.
Let me just pause that for a second. And I love how ponies are trying to run with this shit. Running with digital Foundry. That's what we're doing here right now. They're running with DF right now. Talking about, see, you ponies and you pony flip-floppers and Xbox dudes are taking this shit out of context. Ha ha ha, it ain't happening anytime soon. It says it right there as well. On top of that, in gaming business, I'm moving away from hardware. All of a sudden, they lack Digital Foundry right now. Digital Foundry is the motherfucking homies. That's what they're running with. Ponies are running with this shit. Remember this shit, guys. I'm gonna pull up something quickly in a bit. Ponies are running with this now. Listen, do you know what? Absolutely fantastic that these guys knew exactly what they were talking about. Sony is talking about something else. Not targeting the gaming business, but talking about the TV stuff, the camera stuff, and talking about moving away from the hardware. Let me show you something, guys, quickly. Chia Walker, what's going on? Stanley Francos, what's good, G? And
strategy necessarily. And Microsoft is shifting a lot of units on PS5. They've kind of already given up the fight. So I would expect that in that light, especially in the light that Microsoft might not be shipping competitive console units next generation in terms of their price for their performance relative to Sony's console offerings, given the different incentives of those two entities. I think this console war, in terms of the Sony-Microsoft side of it at least, is something that's going to be depressed in terms of emphasis.
This guy looks a bit weird, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. One of the homies said that this guy looks like a bad boy, a bad villain from Dune. He ain't lying about that, bro. Hilton the field goal. What's going on, homie? Hoodoo Canuck. Shiv Sharon, what's going on, player? Craybone, this is what I'm talking about. The shit they're trying to do right now, they're trying to do the same shit and trying to damage control it. Now, let me pull up the main guys. Let's talk about this here for a second. Let's talk about this shit here. Oh shit, 1 second. Let's talk about this. The main guys, now remember guys, that's Digital Foundry. But let's talk about these dudes here, who's running the company, who's in charge of the company. Let's go for it.
Questions I'd like to get to today. I'm going to start with the platform business.
Oh yeah?
As Sony Interactive Entertainment and the industry as a whole move towards multi-platform gaming, how will you protect the value of the PlayStation console?
The PlayStation experience is not just about the gaming console hardware, nor it's not just about the content as well. It's an experience in a community that shares this excitement For over 30 years in the past, we've been committed to being the best place to play and publish. And has helped us establish a dedicated community of 124 million players and then an available network over the 4,000 creators. PlayStation console experience is designed to enable immediate gameplay in an immersive and accessible way. We're doing this in a completely integrated way, designing and manufacturing all aspects from the chips to the backend system. And we continue to look for new and innovative ways to broaden our reach and bring our content and a service to the players. The value of the PlayStation console is that still the best place to play, and it's growing as we reach an even broader audience.
And you're quite right that we're continuously exploring new ways for players to interact with their franchises. It's important to realize that we're really thoughtful about bringing our franchises off console to reach new audiences, and that we're taking a very measured, a very deliberate approach in doing that. Particularly on the single player side, our tentpole titles, there's such a differentiated, the point of differentiation, I should say, for the PlayStation console. They're real showcases of the performance, of the quality of the hardware. So we want to ensure that players get the best experience from these titles. And we're very thoughtful about how and if and how we bring these titles to other platforms.
Let me pull this back here. I'm going to pause it there for a second. Let me have some water. When the dude is talking about, when the first party dude is talking about, the guy who works for Sony is talking about our tentpole titles, how to bring them to more platforms. We're going to be smart about it, but we're going to bring them to more platforms. When he is saying that shit, who the fuck is Digital Foundry? Who the fuck is someone on Twitter? Some fake insider? Who in the blue hell are them when the main guys are talking about this stuff? It's your source. This is your source, guys. Ponies, this is your source. Rack 'em up. Roll on credits. That's right, Playboy. Let's listen to that shit once more.
The point of differentiation, I should say, for the PlayStation console, they're real showcases of the performance, of the quality of the hardware. So we want to ensure that players get the best experience from these titles. And we're very thoughtful about how and if and how we bring these titles to other platforms.
Woo! 1 second for that. Your Sherman toast. Your Sherman toast. All I gotta say is, where are you? Where are you? Where are you, Sherman toast?
Let's go!
Bring them over, baby. Bring them games over. Let's talk that shit. Let's have some fun. Shout out to Nixus. That's right. Giggity 08 with a 2. PS would have shut down quickly if it wasn't. Yeah, listen to me. They would have shut that shit down quickly, bro. We seen the playbook. We know what's up. Come on, man. But shout out to Nixus. Once again, Nixus.
Let's go!
Ooh, Nixus is out there. Put in the work, man. We got ready with a 2. I said, that's right, player. That's right. You know, as time goes on, and Def Leppard, I'll get to that in a second. As time goes on, slowly but surely, you know how you drop the crumbs down? Slowly but surely, you put that bait in, you know? You bait the people. And then slowly but surely, it's done. You just drop a couple of crumbs here. Enjoy this, enjoy this, enjoy that. This is what we're going to do. Then at the end of it, anybody can get it. Just like what Xbox did. Slowly but surely, it's a test. 4 games, blah, blah, blah. Boom. Same shit. When Helldivers 2 comes out, when the next one comes out, slowly but surely, do you know what? Boom. More games will be coming. More of the tentpole titles will be coming as well. Them tentpole titles will come. They're sleeping. Why would they sleep on IPs like that for? What is the point? They're leading the platform in the console space, so what is the point? You're not going to attract them 29, 30 million people. They're not coming over. So what do you do? Put your shit in more places and let them access it. Simple as. Helldivers 2 will be a great testing. King Ken, what's going on? Ultra Dog Slayer. Since they're giving up a console, they are going to be an app. Oh shit, talk that shit. Saltwagon, what's going on? And that's where we are. It's easy for us guys to be on here like, oh, Sony turn this around. Oh, Xbox do this. What are you doing? Don't do this. Don't put games on there straight away. Don't put games on there. Why are you putting games on there for? But as time goes on, you're going to see more games come. It's as simple as that. Listen to what Sherman Toast and these guys have been talking about. They have said it. Bringing other games to more platforms as time goes on. And I feel like ponies are still trying to hold on to the old model. Trying to listen to people on Twitter. Digital Foundry as well. Trying to listen to them. Like, see, when it comes to a job listing, forget about a job listing then. Let's put a job listing to the side. Helldivers 2, Piss Divers 2 is coming to the box. It's simple as that. PlayStation is publishing that. A year ago, but shit, 4 or 5 months ago, you punk ass bitches weren't saying that. You guys were saying that Helldivers 2 would never come to the box. You had ponies on that shit saying that shit. It's a first party IP. That shit ain't coming like that. Only the live service game will be on PC only. It will never come to the box. Now we've seen that shit coming in the next 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, that shit's available. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. These big boys gonna do what they're gonna do. They're gonna make that money and take it to the bank. Plain and simple. There's no magic involved. They're not trying to fool you or something. It's as simple as that. Don't move the goalpost. Let's have a content war. Let's talk that shit. Let's go for content wars. But let's not move the goalpost. I know you will, because you still are. You're still hoping that that only live service games come. When that happens, the next title, and I'm sure when they see the numbers for Helldivers and Helldivers does pretty good, they're going to bring the next one. And the next one. And some of the biggest games are Spider-Man, for example. That is a juggernaut of a game. That is a game that will sell. Sell a lot of copies. On the box as well. Regardless if you don't like the game or something, it's a powerful IP. A game like God of War would be a big game as well. Now if you put something like Parappa the Rapper or some shit on the box, nobody's gonna buy that shit. Because nobody bought that shit on the PlayStation. If you are here putting Predator Hunting Grounds or some shit like that, I think it's on the box anyway, but you know what I mean. Nobody's gonna buy that shit because you didn't buy that shit. Imagine Destruction All-Stars coming to the box and then all the ponies are celebrating. Yeah, see you bought stuff. Nobody bought that shit on the PlayStation. What makes you think we're gonna buy that shit in the box? I can see these ponies celebrating like that. Ha ha ha, I knew you bots weren't gonna buy Destruction All-Stars. I knew it, you're full of shit, you Xbox flip-floppers. You flip-flop fox. I knew it. You didn't buy them games. And them games are done and dusted. Gone. Hell, even Destruction All-Star, we all knew we had ponies capping for that shit. Oh my, OMG. Destruction All-Stars, don't listen to the haters. Destruction All-Stars is amazing. Bitch, to put that shit day one in PlayStation Plus. Why? Because nobody wanted that shit. That's why. For $70. That's what happened. The homie shipped around with the 200 rupees. Where are we at? Digital Foundry just recently separated from their previous owners. IGN. Clearly, they haven't separated from their mentality. Those pieces of shits Ziff Davis, I believe he owns all of them sites. Yeah, you're right. Owns most of these dog shit sites and entire entities. You're 100% right. You know, I was surprised that a lot of some of the PlayStation dudes didn't know that Davis owns a lot of these publications and some of these sites. They didn't know like IGN was one of the big boys that owns like a lot of these dudes. They didn't know. What's going on, Joey? Hope you well, man. Selfish Gamer, what's going on, G? Maurice Branch goes. Sean is too short of the Xbox community. Every time he says bitch, it reminds me, oh shit. When it comes to stuff like this, when you got the big boys talking about the multi-platform stuff, then people are trying to listen to Digital Foundry. What's going on, Blaze? Grey Fox, what's good? Trying to listen to like people on the insiders over the main dudes. The big boys are telling you, it's like prime example like Phil Spencer said, there's no red lines. And then you got Matt Punka saying, well, he's not talking about that. You're going to be like, Sean, are you stupid? The CEO of gaming said no red lines, anybody can get it. And then you see Matt Punkas talking about, well, what Phil meant about red lines, it wasn't right. Imagine me saying some dumb shit like that, it doesn't mean this. You're going to be like, Sean, like some of you dudes going to be like, unless some of you just believe it, but some of you dudes going to be like, yo, Sean, stop the cap. Stop being a bitch. You're going to be like, yo, Sean, hey, Sean, let me tell you something.
Shut the fuck up.
Phil Spencer said there's no red lines. Then imagine me trying to be out there trying to cap for that shit. Imagine that shit. Trying to correct Phil Spencer. Well, Phil didn't mean red lines. What he meant was that there's a black line and then there's a yellow line. And before the yellow line, after the yellow line, there's a brown line. And then there's a red line. Like, before he goes to that, you're going to be Sean, stop the bullshit. Come on. Sherman Toast, the Shino have said the same shit now. And they said this shit a couple of months ago. I feel like Helldivers 2 woke them up. Helldivers 2 woke these dudes up. And that's what's happening right now. There's a whole line. You ain't lying about that. LKP, what's up? Yeah, Joey, they're walking all taking white lines. They are taking white lines. These dudes, and that's where we are right now. I love to see that these guys like Sega Channel and all them dudes talk about. Yeah, listen to this shit. This is what they're talking about. I want to pull up something. 1 second. Where is it now? Before we go. Oh shit, what's this bag shit? The 80s. Ooh. Let me pull up something. 1 second. Because you're going to like this shit. Well, since I was talking about Helldivers 2 and all that PC stuff, you know what the ponies are like. How much confidence they had. What's going on? Yeah, that brown line shift should on. It was the shit. You know how much confidence these ponies had and taking the piss out of the PC stuff? Let's listen to this shit.
100%. Take it off PC. Matter of fact, you already locked it out of 177 countries. Stop selling it on PC. Okay? Why would I support the game on PC? Like, why would I support it being on PC? They get to play for free. They don't want to make an account. They want to act like quiet little baby bitches. I'm glad they're leaving. I'm glad. The less of them there are, the more I feel like supporting the game and buying it on PlayStation. And by the way, I don't care if whether Sony makes money or not. They've already made the money. This is the one smart thing that they did, is that they didn't make the game free to play. That is the one smart thing they did, because like you just said, yeah, only 5% of people were going to pay if it was going to be free to play anyway. So now they sold 12 million copies. Let's say that 7-8 million of those were on PC. Fantastic. You took your money, you went home. Like, honestly, what have they lost? What have they actually lost? They've lost nothing. Okay, so again, let's say they sold 8 million, let's even say they sold 10 million copies of. You know how PC players are always pretending that they are like, oh, we are the only ones who bought this game. Cool. Let's say you sold 10 million copies on PC. $40 a pop. That's what, 400 million? Quick maths, right? You take your ball, you go home. You've made your money. Okay, the ice cream truck has sold out. So in any case, Sony hasn't lost any money. And you know what? Again, the less PC players are on this game, just knowing that makes me sleep better at night. I don't like these people. I don't. They're cheaters, they're scammers, they're awful people.
Oh,
They are a
shit.
cry bitch ass fan base.
Oh,
I want
shit.
less of them. The less of them there are, the better. That's it.
Yo, that's some funny shit. That's some funny shit. You know, that was the time where when PlayStation was trying to do, you know, that online, the sign into PlayStation Plus on the PC side, and some of the countries got locked out of it because they can't access that. You know, some ponies were celebrating that. Only to find out that PC was the one that was riding the game to the charts, to the top of the charts. That's where we were when it came to that stuff. PlayStation wasn't taking that shit to the top of the riding it to the top of the hill. They weren't taking that shit up there. It was a PC dudes. You know when these dudes were trying to see, they talk about the PC side of it. We always talked about the PC that, you know what, you gotta put your shit in more places. PC is a different audience. Obviously, every PC gamer, every console gamer plays different games, but I understand the PC side is going to be a different audience, and you got to grow that market. You got to let them know that these games are coming day one. Phil Spencer's known about it. Phil Spencer talked about PC's been growing, and it's been great for them. And that's the whole point of this. Just imagine Helldivers 2 was just only on PlayStation. Just imagine that shit. Helldivers 2 on PlayStation would have been over. It's as simple as that. It would have been done. It would have been another Concord probably. Let's be real. That shit probably would have been another Concord. And it took... See, this is the crazy thing about this stuff. Imagine did Concord launch on PC day one? I think it did as well. Yeah, it did launch on PC as well. Just imagine Concord only launched on consoles only. Forget about the PC side. Even though it launched on the PC side, just imagine Concord launched on PlayStation only. That game would have been dead in 4 days. 2 days probably. That shit only lasted 10 days with the PC platform. Just imagine that shit launched on PlayStation 5 only. Concord. That shit would have been done in like 5 days. That's the shit I'm talking about. Excuse me. That's what we're talking about. And I feel like ponies don't understand that shit. Putting Helldivers 2 on the PC kept that game going for much longer. Now, putting that game on the Xbox is going to help it, you know, go even further. I'm not coming out here and talking about Xbox is the savior. Xbox is going to save that game. No, I'm not talking about that. It's going to help that game, you know, last a bit longer when it comes to the online service stuff. There's live service stuff. That's where we are right now. But the ponies don't want that shit. They review the two. The only line ponies follow are the street corners. They ain't lying about that. Them are facts. Walk down them street corners, you bitch ass whores. And sell you bitch ass for them $70 game ponies. It would have failed. It's an easy, like, you can see it. It's a guaranteed fail if them games launched on PlayStation 5 only. Helldivers 2 was one of the wake-up calls. And as time goes on, when you got like Nishino, Hiroki, Sherman Toast and these guys talking about putting out games in more places, you're going to see that happen. And that's the whole point of this business model right now. Moving forward, that's the new business model. I'm not saying it. Them dudes are saying it. The big boys, the CEOs, the CFOs, first party, you know, in charge of first party games. They're saying that shit right now. Who's in charge of PlayStation? Not me. And to see how this is going to all play out, slowly but surely, more ponies will flip. And Xena, what's going on, play girl? We can make it, baby. You know that. As to see how some of these ponies are flipping right now, I wonder if the hardcore ponies that made fun of us Xbox guys. Remember, we had we had PlayStation dudes. Why are you guys gaming on the console for? What is you can play the games on PC. You don't need the Xbox, bitch. I like the console space. It's as simple as that. As long as Xbox provides me with a console experience, I'm good. I'm happy there. They have given me an option to play on console or PC. I'm happy with that shit. When they stop, then I'll think about it then. When that shit stops, then we can talk about it. But when the PlayStation dudes were talking that shit, making fun of us Xbox dudes that play on console, it's the same shit. You got dudes that you're talking about. Prime example, let me have some water. Prime example, 1 second, let me find it. There we go. I found it. Hit that like button, homies. Shout out to the 200 plus. Prime example. There we go. You can see that shit. Let me have a bit more water before I start. Woo, tastes good that. Let me get some fresh water. Drink those pony tears. Then pony tears is ready for Friday TTS, which will be TTMN. Sorry, 10 a.m. Eastern. Remember that, guys. I'll talk about it in a bit. Solid Snake. Liquid Snake, whoever this punk ass name is. He said, welcome to the console war in 2025. We don't give a single fuck if every single Sony game goes to the Nintendo Switch 2 or delayed to PC. The only thing that matters is single player games of any size is going to a dead platform. And that dead platform is talking about Xbox. That's where we are right now. The same dudes that said PlayStation will never ever put their games on any other platform when it comes to the single player games. Single player bangers. 2025 has changed them. And saying the same shit about, well, if it goes to Nintendo Switch 2, I don't care. If it gets delayed to PC a couple of months, like the 6 months windows we've been hearing about, I don't care. But the only thing that matters if it doesn't go to a dead platform. That's where we are right now. That's the goalpost. Moving forward, you will see this shit on podcasts and you will see this shit on Twitter. And that's what we're going to see. The goalpost is moving. When you have guys like Solid Snake, guys like James Act, Sega Channel, and the rest of them hoes, that's the shit they're going to do on Twitter right now. That's the shit they're doing on Twitter right now. The more desperate they get, the more of the dumbest shit you'll see on Twitter from them. You're going to see some more dumb shit. They are at a point right now where they were bragging about console exclusives, especially the single player games, to say, you know what, I don't mind if it goes to Nintendo Switch or PC. But to let it go to the dead platform, nah. That's what they're hoping. That's what they're praying for. And that's what they're praying for, guys. That it won't go. And Nintendo Switch 2, listen to me. The current games like the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X, you ain't gonna see games like that go to Nintendo Switch like that. It's hard work, it's difficult, but you'll see more games, but like the big games, you're still gonna see Nintendo Switch 2 not get them type of games because of the engine or something. But we'll see how it all plays out. These dudes are moving the goalposts yet again. Now I want to talk about this, guys. Hit that like button, homies. Ponies are butthurt. They're gonna be butthurt. Let me pull up this 1 second. Let me find this shit. Where are we now? You know, let me pull up this shit 1 second. Here we go. Where are we now? 35. I'm actually tired, to be honest, man. 35, 45. Sauron for life, what's going on, G? Hope you well. San Dragos, what's good? Dr. Scottsy. We got Strong EM in the chat as well. Hope you well. Razor Ultra, what's going on, G? Dog Tribe as well. The Duck of Death. Lamingo Da, what's going on? Randy Watson, what's going on, Playboy? We got Xena. Who else do we have? We got King Ken as well. Crispy Rambo. James K, what's going on? Hope you well. Now I want to show you something funny. You know, when I send this shit, 1 second, I want to hide his name first. You know, one of my most anticipated game is coming out soon. And that game is what? Baby Steps! Look at this shit! What is this shit? Imagine playing this shit on the PlayStation 5 Pro. The Tim Dog said, look at this shit! Baby Steps, what? The guy's, you know, going down a ravine or some shit. Look at this shit! Floating down a ravine. But you know, if you thought that shit was bad, if you thought this shit was bad, well, hold on, you're right. 1 second, 1 second.
10 out of 10. This was incredible. This is a 10 out of 10. Bart, what's your score? 11 out of 10. Yo, listen, everything that I wanted, I got. PlayStation.
These ponies are down bad. These ponies are down bad. Let me tell you something. These ponies are down bad. Let me show you this clip once more because I want to show you something. Once more. Look at this shit. I've seen some shit in my life, but this is some pure shit. Nah, if you guys think this shit was bad, look at this shit. We have Shuhei Yoshida saying it's his game of the year. Shuhei Yoshida is coming out talking about Baby Step is his game of the year. What the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing here? Just imagine me saying some dumb shit like this. Just imagine that shit. Me talking about this shit's gonna be the game of the year. No wonder your punk ass got fired, Shuhei. No wonder your bitch ass got demoted down to the cafeteria, cleaning the floor. That's the shit I'm talking about. No wonder your punk ass is gone. Shuhei ain't playing that shit. Bro's talking about game of the year Baby Steps. Shuhei Yoshida was out there sweeping the floor, mopping up, you know, and then talking about Baby Steps. It's his game of the year. He's not. No. He's not trolling player. Anytime King can. Justin Budram, what's up? TR Kane, what's going on, G? Look at this shit. Shuhei Yoshida. Man, you know what? Let's look at some of the comments. Let's see what the comments are saying. Grizzly go, oh shit, let's move on. Oh shit. Grizzly goes, I got a like. Yo, this dude's talking shit. Michael J. Egan. If they release this game, PlayStation is done and might as well leave the gaming industry. Oh shit. Yo, Fossil's talking that shit. Pigeon, you pigeon-chested horse. Death Stranding 2 US version. Oh shit. James Wu goes, wow, really? Really, player? Man. Close enough, welcome back. Oh shit. Oh shit, what up? FDF River goes, well, you heard the man. Pack it, boys. Pack it up. Talk that shit. Yo, this guy's excited. Saying, let's go. Time to split was laughing. Yo. You're talking that shit. So, oh, this guy goes, I agree. Game of the year, baby. Let's go. Oh, shit. Hey, yo, this guy's talking that shit. Drugs are bad for you. Oh, man. You gotta love this shit. You know, it's funny to see, like, how all of this shit's breaking down slowly with, when they talk about, like, baby steps, like, the game of the year for them dudes, man. Okay. Not all drugs are bad. Okay. Ain't no way, bro. You know, I'm not lying. That shit was real. That's the real shit. When it comes to stuff like that, Shuhei ain't playing that shit. That's some real shit, guys. I'm not making this shit up. Remember that. Yeah, Grizzly, he did like your shit. Good shit, Grizzly. That's what we're talking about. Where are we now? 1 second. Big B Money, what's up? What's going on? Twitter's a lot of fun, but you're gonna get some dumbasses. No doubt. You know what was funny though? And then, like, when they were talking about that, Pony was talking about bringing, like, as long as they don't bring games to the Xbox basically and bring it to the Nintendo Switch. And I was saying that some games going to be really difficult to bring over, and they're going to be downscaled. Like, prime example, you got you know, the Tekken series producer saying it will take a lot of work to bring Tekken 8 and make that shit run on the Switch too. He goes, it's an interesting option, and it's not totally off the table, but it requires a lot of work to bring that shit to the hardware. The Nintendo Switch 2 just launched a couple of months ago. And you got guys like Katsuhiro talking about it'll be a lot of work. Imagine being a Nintendo Switch 2 owner, and that's your main console. That's your primary console. Imagine you can't play a game like Tekken 8. Man, that must be sad to see a game like Tekken not even on the Switch 2. Imagine a new hardware coming out in 2025 and you can't play these type of games like that. The quality they're gonna be playing is gonna be some dog shit, running at 20-something frames. It's gonna be interesting to see some of the games. Like, they're gonna be dog shit. Like Arcane, you're 100% right. I'm not like, Dirk Gritty, what's going on, player? GTA 6 supposed to hit May next year. You know they're not gonna put that game day one on the Switch. It may not even come for a very long time on the Switch. Listen, imagine I'm playing a game like GTA. Imagine like Nintendo Switch 2 was your primary console, and you're missing out games. GTA 6, Tekken 8, shit, more games, maybe Call of Duty games in the future as well as time goes on. Call of Duty is a bit different because they're still doing a bit cross-gen, but the new games, I don't expect to see Battlefield 6 on Nintendo Switch 2 unless I'm wrong. At launch. Grown TJ, what's going on, homie? They'll get the mobile version. You ain't lying about that. And that's where we are right now. It's wild to me to see when that pony was talking about. I don't mind if the PlayStation games go to the Nintendo Switch 2, as long as it doesn't go to that dead platform. But Nintendo Switch 2 is that hardware came out in 2025. And you're not even getting games like this. So what makes you think that more games from the PlayStation or Xbox, current gen games, will be coming to the Switch 2 like that? And if they do, you've seen some of the games come to the Switch, it looks terrible. It looks awful. I'm talking about the next gen stuff. The next gen stuff takes a lot of power, man. And that's where we are, man. That's why you can see the price difference between like prime example. Since we're on this topic about handhelds and all that stuff, let me bring up this handheld, this spec here. The leaks are coming out slowly. I believe it's gonna get announced at Gamescom by next week. When you look at hardware Xbox Rogue Xbox Ally X and these type of hardwares, they're powerful device, but shit, it's expensive. You're paying $600 to $900 for the basic and for the performance. Well, they're both great devices anyway, but that's what you're paying. But these type of games like Tekken, they'll work on this device. That's what I'm talking about. When your main console is Nintendo Switch 2 and you're not even getting games like that day one, or taking 6 months to a year to come over, these type of devices exist and you can play them games more or less day one. 99% of the games day one. Now the Rogue Ally X, the Xbox version, is obviously we know it's got that full OS, all that bullshit coming with it. It's got the grips as well, inspired by the Xbox wireless controllers. 16 gig RAM, Zen 2 processor, full HD 120. Bro, this shit's like what, $800-900? Who's getting this shit? I forgot. Some of the guys mentioned it. Who will be getting the Xbox Rogue Ally? Let me know, the Xbox Ally X. I don't think I'll get it. I'll be honest with you. I'm not feeling it. For me, for my work, I don't feel I'm gonna play a lot of it. That's the problem. Now, if I had a different job, then maybe that would be a perfect companion to take with me. Make it make sense. For me, I don't think it's gonna work for me. But I hope for some of you guys, it works out for you. You can use it properly. Cause I got my own room. I can play my games in my own room. Do you know what I mean? So I understand that it's convenient to take it with you, all that stuff. But you don't get that. I don't get breaks like that, bro. Like, I might get 10 minutes here, bro. It's not worth it for me. It's not worth it for me. That's the difference. Make it make sense. He ain't shit, Dirk Diggity. He ain't shit. And some dudes, listen, when I go on holiday, when I go away, I'm just going to enjoy myself. But I don't think it's worth the price tag. For me, it's not worth it for having that. But who knows? I might change my mind. I might get a bit of FOMO. I might get that shit. But $800-900, woo! I'd rather put that shit towards my TV, for my large TV for next year. But the handhelds, just listen to me, the handhelds are dope. But to see, obviously you can connect it to your TV as well if you wanted to. Ultra Dog Slay goes, make it as your gaming bed. Right on your, listen to me. When I go to bed, I'm going to say this quiet, because I think the mother-in-law's here. When you go to bed, it's all about action. Action in the bed. It's all about action. Baby, I'm not playing games now. You know what I'm playing? I'm playing with them titties. That's what I'm doing. I'm playing with some titties. I ain't playing no Xbox Rogue a la X in the bedroom player. I'm playing with some titties. That's what I'm doing. That's the shit I'm doing. I ain't gaming like that. Dirt knows every WBG. Dirt knows what's up. Dirt goes, what's going on, Sean? I go, I just had my, 5-minute boogie. That's the shit I'm doing. I ain't taking that gaming shit with me. I don't want to. Yeah, titty flops, them 12 titty flops. That's the shit I'm playing. Hey, yo, I'm not taking no Rogue a la X to that shit, to the bedroom. My gaming shit, hell, I don't even have a TV in the bedroom. No TV, all action. That's all it is. It's all about action. It's all about the action. I just want to make sure, the in-laws don't hear this shit. But I'm playing with titties. I hope they haven't heard that shit. But yeah, but yeah, titties. Hey yo, no, the in-laws are here, so I play with titties. I'm not playing with the Xbox. Imagine you punk ass bitches like, yeah, playing your Xbox controller, all that bullshit like this. Yeah. I don't want the boogie. I don't want the boogie. You know what I mean? Nah, I ain't doing that shit. When it comes to the bedroom, I'm playing with the titties. No titties. Hey yo. No titties. Hey yo, you guys are stupid, bro. You guys are stupid. Where are we now? My chapters. Stop it. Come on, Music 79. Stop it. That's some funny shit. But yeah, I hope it works out for you guys. Hope that shit works out for you. Dave Rizzy goes, titties. Where are we now? I want to pull up something. One more stuff, then I'm gonna close. I'm actually tired, to be honest. I've been on this work course today. Piece of shit. I'm actually tired, man. Well, like the Gears of War stuff. I know Gears of War's coming out soon right now. Sean holds the control of that gym line. Come on. It's for the camera. Like Gears of War as well, Phil talked about 2026. Reloaded launches in the next 2 weeks. And it's still targeting 2026. Emergence Day begins 2026. That's what it is. 2026. I can't wait for Gears. Bro, listen to me. We'll hopefully when the game comes out, obviously we're gonna do Piss Divers 2 to piss the ponies off. But I would like to do a co-op streaming with the homies with Gears of War. But E-Day, man, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see E-Day, man. I can't wait to see that shit. 30 lumps per second fidelity mode. Oh shit. But I can't wait. Honestly, I just really hope I reckon it'll be like September time maybe. Gears of War E-Day. I'm looking forward to that shit, man. I can't wait to see what Gears of War E-Day is gonna be. Like that's one of the big boys, man. One of the big franchises coming out, and I can't wait for that, man. That's gonna be the shit, man. Gears of War E-Day, like that's the game, man. That's my favorite Xbox game. I love that game, bro. What up, Ken? What's going on? We got Peel up in the chat. The last game Sean beat was Double Dragon. Hey, that game was fire. Double Dragon, Renegade on the Sega Master System. Bro, them games were fire, bro. Them shit was fire. But let me pull up this 1 second. You're gonna find this funny. Ooh, P-Rock is pissed off. He's upset. P-Rock ain't playing that shit anymore. P-Rock was like, yo, when it comes to Hiroki Totoki, this dude right here, my heart can't take it anymore, is the asshole of the generation. He's an asshole. Nintendo DS. I never owned a Nintendo DS. Did you ever own a Nintendo DS there? Let me know. Who owned that shit? Nobody owned that shit. Well, I'm joking. You know, jokes aside. But P-Rock, he goes, this dude's an asshole off of the gen. And it's funny because they're coming after P-Rock. You know what's crazy though? To see someone like P-Rock just flip like that, calling these dudes out, getting pissed off. Because I could tell P-Rock's one of them, he'll be done. He's done. With the next PlayStation 6, if he doesn't do something crazy, if there's nothing like special, it'll be PC all day. PlayStation isn't putting games like that out. Just think about this, guys. PlayStation isn't putting games out like that. First party games, what, 2 games a year max? And they're supposed to be coming to PC 6 months later. Then if you get yourself a PC, you get to play all of them games. Hell, yo, just imagine this shit. Just run with me. Let's say, and shout out to P-Rock for talking that shit. Let's just say the rumors we've been hearing, what Sarah Bond's talking about with the next Xbox, if it comes out in 2027, the first party Xbox box, unless something else happens, I don't know. When it comes to the Xbox, and it's supposed to have multiple stores. It has access to the PC store, the Steam store, or some shit, however they're going to do it. Just imagine Xbox comes with a console that allows you to play the Xbox games, the PlayStation games from the Steam store. Just imagine the ponies that talking that shit and they still don't like that PC type of, you know, vibe. Just imagine someone like P-Rock or someone looks at Xbox or something and be like, yo, that's $700, $800, but it gives me access to the Xbox games, the PlayStation games, the Steam games, compatible probably with VR. I don't know if it does with the PC stuff. I don't know how they're going to do that. Imagine these dudes buying Xbox PC, whatever you want to call it. Imagine that shit. These PCs are buying that. The PC dudes, I mean the PlayStation dudes buy this because it can access the PC side. Because they don't want to mess about with the PC setup. Yo, that'll be some funny shit. P-Lamp is coming for my throne. Hey, P-Lamp is #1 playboy. #1 baby. But that's what, imagine that shit happens. Like that. Just imagine that shit from like the ponies that were rocking out with PlayStation 5. Now all of a sudden, because of this, Xbox can access the PC stuff as well. And they don't want to rock out with PC. They're pissed off with the PlayStation 5 brand, the PlayStation brand, because what PlayStation is doing. Bro, imagine some of the ponies do that shit. That's gonna be, yo, that'll be the day. That will be the day. If I see some PlayStation dudes all of a sudden buy the next Xbox because they can access the PC side of it, and they don't want to deal with PC, you know, just PC in general, yo, man, that would be something. That would be something. That's something that'd be special. I'm not gonna lie. LKP goes, I'm curious to the next box and what will they actually do. So, Chargazon, what's going on? All I can say is what I can see from, you know, the... Sorry, let me get this chat. 1 second. Hotspot, member for 31 months. Take away the exclusive and PlayStation is the worst place to play. You're always crying, clap. You always crying, clap. You always crying, clap. 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 You always cry. Come on, Jesus, crap. You always crying, crap. You know, when it comes to the console, the next box, it's got to do something different so it can entice maybe some gamers, new gamers, a winning console, whoever knows. But Santa Bond's talk about more stores. Hell, we've been hearing about next year it could be the partner, whatever you want to call it. For example, let's say next year, the rumors we've been hearing, clap. I know I'm saying clap, but crap, I'm supposed to say. And you know how Tim Dog's like, innit? He's always like suffocating, he can't breathe and all that stuff. You always crying, crap. Yeah, who's clap? I did say clap. Yeah, supposed to say clap game. Crap. You always crying crap, but dude, you ain't shit. He did. Dude, you ain't shit. But when it comes to the next year, if it's going to be a partnership or they let someone like Asus ROG makes a console PC hybrid, whatever as well next year, and release the software out, I wonder if that's going to be... guys, let me ask you something. That's a good question. Let's say next year, let's say I'm assuming Asus ROG company, the Asus ROG, decides to do a partnership with Xbox for like a hybrid console or something, or like put a sticker on a piece. I don't know what they're gonna do. Would you guys buy that? Would you buy something like that if it's $1,000 PC, Xbox PC, whatever you want to call it? Would you guys buy that if you're getting the same Xbox experience? The OEM, that's right, OEM. Would you guys consider buying that next year if something like that came out? I'm about 50-50 on that, I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure. Yeah, it depends on what it does. If it gives you the access to all your Xbox titles, the Xbox experience, and then you can access the PC side of it, and it's supposed to be a powerful box, more powerful than the Series X. Is that something like, would you consider that next year? If it is coming out. I don't know. It's a bit of an interesting one. Would some of the guys buy that shit? The homie Jay Rambo with the 5 hit that like button, bots. I'm really liking that Xbox ROG Ally, as you should. If it's something that interests you and you don't get no titties in the bedroom, that'll be a perfect companion for you, player. Hey yo, do you remember? You got no bitches. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. LKP. What if that shit could be interesting. So, like, really, some people like the handheld, they want more for powerful box. It could be a really powerful box. I want to see how some of the Xbox people on Twitter, podcasts, will react to that. Would they gravitate towards an Xbox ROG box? J Rambo goes, you cut it out, Sean. Laughing out loud. Hey, yo. That'll be interesting to see. The Duck of Death goes, I would buy something like that so soon I build my latest PC in April. I want to see the reaction if they announce something like that for next year. Because that's some of the rumors I've been hearing. I'll be honest with you. Some of the leaks you've been seeing, it seems it's going to be heading towards someone's like a partnership or something when it comes to the next year one. Then obviously Xbox is supposed to be 2027 or something. So I want to see how does that work, man. It's a bit of an interesting one. Pelon with a 5. What's going on, bro? I'm getting every console, every handle that come out in the next couple of years. Talk that shit, Pelum. Talk that shit. Pelum's on that shit. And that's including the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 6. Make it make sense. You ain't crap clap. You're clap. You ain't shit clap. I'd like to see how that plays out for us, guys. I want to see. Because the industry is changing. And you can see a lot of moves from PlayStation, Xbox. And sometimes we may not like it. But we got to accept it. And I wonder how it all plays out if it works for them. I'll be honest, like Duck of Death, I love the Series X. Honestly, I'm good with the Series X. I'm good for another 2-3 years, I'll be honest with you. Don't get me wrong, I love to buy, I love the hardware, I love to do next gen jump. But seeing what the Series X and some of these games are doing right now, some games are getting like better and better as time goes on, I'll be happy with another 2 years. 3 years probably. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind if an Xbox came out next year, a proper Xbox first party console. I'll be there day one. But the console is fire, bro. Playing some of the games, Unreal Engine 5 games as well. It's quite good. It's dope. I love it. I love the console, man. One of the best built consoles ever. But as a serious, I agree with you. When it comes to the quality of the console, the build quality and the way it's designed, no doubt. I agree with you, player. No doubt. It's the best built console. It is probably the best built console. The way it's built and all that stuff. Chargasm go, what are the crowns with the numbers? It's just the fans, bro. Like, the more they type and the more they do stuff, the more they get points. I got 2 Series X and the S. Love them more. The Series S is a hell of a console. The way that shit is like a brick. Like, this is a breeze block, the Series X I'm looking at it now. But the Series X, the way it's compact, like the way it's built, that shit's pure. That's some pure shit. That's what I'm gonna say. Man, let me see one more. Let me just end the show. Now I'm gonna end the show soon. Now I'm getting a bit hungry. I'm tired. I'm tired of this shit. What do we know? The form factor of the Series S, it's just perfect for a person who wants a nice, neat console. You can put that shit in a lot of places because it's tiny. The Series X, that's just like a perfect, like, it's perfect. Standard bitch up, sideways. Basically, it looks like a PC, a small PC. Shit solid, man. Crispy Rambo goes, my kid has the S in the room. Yeah, she loves it. She doesn't care. It's a perfect console. Maybe I should put that in the bedroom. Oh! But anyway, guys. On he goes, he built his mid-range PC in summer for Starfield. There's no need to replace it. Enjoy it. If you're still enjoying the games, no need to. You get FOMO, bro. It's all about FOMO. Yeah, man. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna close this shit out. I'm tired. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna close this shit out. Now this week, guys, TTS is gonna be 10 a.m. Eastern. Dirk Griggity, let me remind you, 10 a.m. Eastern. Upcoming Friday. I've got a wedding to go to, so that's the reason why I'm doing it early. So for this Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, make sure you brush your motherfucking teeth. Have some coffee ready. And let's talk that shit. We got Dairies with the 2. Lumpy P and Gaz got matching PJs for the sleepover. You ain't lying about that, player. Shout out to Lumpy P and Gaz. The new Keenan and Kel. I said, I got a wedding to go to. Here comes the wedding jokes. Wish Gaza. I'm going to a wedding and the bride and groom is Gaza and Peelam. Hey, yo. What go on to what TTS player? What go on? What's going on? Me at the wedding.
You really think I be listening to you? I ain't listening to you.
That's the shit I'm talking about. We're going to P-Lumps and Gaz wedding this Friday. That's right. That's the type of shit that's been going on. And when I see that shit, when I see Gaz and P-Lump make their way into the wedding hall.
Big, fat, nasty, greasy, fat, stank, bloated, cheesy, backed, 12 sandwich eating bastard.
When I see Gaz and P-Lump rolling like this.
You are gay. You are a transgender.
And when I see Gaz and Peelam pull up to the wedding venue like this.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Oh, man. Shit, man. Anyway, guys, it's time to close this shit out. You know what's up. It's time to talk that shit. Oh, shit, what's happening here? Guys, take care, be safe. And don't forget, Ultraman with the 2. Oh, shit. Ultraman with the 5. What's going on, G? What's up, Sean? I'm good, man. How you been? You been okay? Let me know. Let me know if you've been okay. But yeah, I've been told when I go to this wedding hall, there's accessibilities for wheelchair users. So Peelam would be fine. Peelam, you'll be fine. Stand up, lump. Hey yo, shit. Peelam and Gaz. Imagine that shit. Oh man. Yo, shout out to Peelam and Gaz. You gotta give it. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Oh man. I've got one more clip for you. 1 second. I've got what your Gaz is like.
It's cheaper, it's more powerful, you've got more games coming out for it, camera's not being forced on you, multi-platform games look better on it.
PlayStation.
That's the shit I'm talking about. Peelam is rocking up with that shit. Peelam, come on, bro. I bet you Peelam and Gaz's walking song is gonna be like this.
Loving you is easy, come. You're beautiful. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Reggie? That was pretty.
That was pretty. Shit, man. Some nasty shit. Some nasty shit. When I see that shit, when I see them rolling, this is gonna be me looking like that. Hey yo, that shit's hilarious, bro. But anyway, guys, it's time to close this shit out. Come on, it's time to close it out. Let's have some fun. And last one for the homie, Gaz and Peelam. Take some advice from the homie.
Nigga, you never know you're gonna need some Vaseline, my nigga.
That's right. Lumpy and Gaz, you ain't lying about that player. But let's close this shit. Let's close this shit. Oh shit, what's happening here? Oh shit, who's in timed out? Come on. Let's have some fun. Let's talk that shit. And let's go, baby. You got Ray talking that shit tonight as well. Check him out. Let's do a special outro.
Shout out to the real Xbox fans. And all know who the realest is. Let him know, like, first off, fuck all these fake ass $2 bitches. Xbox till the day we die. Come equipped with gang, you claim to be an Xbox player, but a fake ass bitches. We keep on coming quick to snatch your ugly ass off the street, so fuck you all. See, grab your Glocks when you see Sean 787. Call the cops when
West Side.
you see Sean 787 on. Who shot me, but you punks didn't finish. Now you about to feel the wrath of a menace. Do I hit him up? TTS, West Side. Shout out to a real Xbox fan. You know who the realest is. You know who the realest is. Oh, you know who the realest is. You know who the realest is. If you punks didn't finish, now you about to feel the wrath of a menace. Dude, I hit him up.
That's right, guys. Peelam